Hi TikTok. Hey, lapha nasekenda nje na TikTok, guys. I always have to start afresh. What are you doing there? Yoda ngathi uyakhafula lapha bizona into yakhe kuphela kusipha.
What's that?
Yoda wena into yakhe kusipha. Spitting. Hi, happy African. Hi guys, welcome one, welcome all, welcome TikTok. Hi Facebook. Oh my body. Okay. So welcome once again. Welcome one, welcome all. I am Beacon of Light, the luminary of holistic empowerment. And as usual, these are our Friday sessions, and we are going to talk about the motherhood journey. And as usual, I am wearing myself. Yes, I create these earrings. If you're interested, you want to buy them, or you want to learn how to make them from scratch, that's the number on your screen. Just text it and we'll take it from there. And as usual, we shall be taking today's lesson from our diary and our book. If you're interested in owning these two, they go hand in hand, the diary and the book. So if you're interested in owning them, just WhatsApp the number on your screen. Okay. Forgive me guys, today I'm a bit ill, but we are going to unalive it. We are going to unalive this session, okay? Yes, illness aside. So yes, this book helps you, whether you're an adult, whether you're a child. It doesn't care about race, age, ethnicity, gender, what have you. It's a book that assists you in healing your traumas, whether childhood traumas, whatever it is, but it heals one, right? It healed me, and I'm the author, so I'm truly vouching for it. Not because I'm the author, but because truly after reading that book, I felt a sense of self myself, right? Anyways, wow guys, Pillar, today I just told you that I'm a bit ill, so you'll forgive me. I'll sometimes take deep breaths. Hi 10 Mr. LJ. Hi 9 Ether Africa. Okay, anyways, today we're on week 17 and we are discussing managing stress and overwhelm, right? Before we go any further, we are going to discuss or define what these two words mean. Number one, overwhelm. What is overwhelm, right? This is a phenomenon that happens when responsibilities pile up faster than your ability to process them, right? That's what is called overwhelm. And then what is stress? Stress is the body's alarm system. It shows up as tension, irritability, fatigue, or racing thoughts, right? I normally call it the friedness of the nervous system, right? When your nervous system is fried, it is then called stress. Your nervous system is overwhelmed, leading to stress. And stress shows as irritability, tension, fatigue, and racing thoughts, right? So now we've defined overwhelm and we've defined stress. Now let's get to it, okay? Oh, hi, thank you, Marcus MJ. How are you, Your Majesty? Thank you very much. Yes, please tap the screen. Yes. On Facebook, I forgot. I think you also tap the screen on Facebook. I think so. I'm not sure, but do whatever to make the algorithm look at us in our favor, okay? So, yes. Let's get to it. What causes stress and overwhelm in the first place, right? Let's talk about the weight of background labor, because sometimes in fact, in this day and age, we are so busy. Productivity. We want to see what you're doing. What have you done? Yes, you are tired, but you're tired. What have you done? Show us the products of your tiredness, right? So we always we pass empathy. What's wrong? we always empathize, we pass empathy to those that are tired because of look at the evidence, right? Yet we forget that labor is not only in your face. Labor cannot always be visible. There is this thing called invisible labor. In this case, we're going to call it background labor, right? So we're first going to name it so that you understand that most of the time you may be tired, but you've got nothing to show. And there is nothing wrong with you. It is just what background labor does, okay? So the weight of background labor, number one, we have decision fatigue, right? Decision fatigue, it's hundreds and hundreds of micro choices daily. You have to make these choices daily. Meals, what is going to be eaten? Will it be nutritious enough? Am I not repeating a meal? Or how can I then make it? How can I spruce it up? How can I spruce up the meal that we had yesterday? I'm repeating it today, so it needs to be spruced up. What can they weigh? What are they going to eat? Where are they going to go? Right? The hundreds and hundreds of micro choices you have to make daily, they lead to what we call decision fatigue. And I recently discovered that decision fatigue can drain you as much as physical fatigue does, sometimes even further, because it then accumulates to the fact that you'll be like, I am fatigued, I am feeling tired, I am feeling overwhelmed, but I've got nothing to show, right? Then guilt trips in. Now you are fatigued and you are guilty from the fact that I am fatigued, but I don't have anything to show, right? So now it's guilt plus fatigue, meaning that decision fatigue can lead to you being more overwhelmed than you are when it's physical fatigue. Yes, you're done. Watch, okay? Watch. Okay, so yes, it's in line with the meals, your clothes, your schedules, the budget. Each decision drains your energy, no matter how small the decision seems. No matter how small the decision is, it drains your energy. The fact that you've just made a decision, it drains your energy. The funny part about the nervous system is it doesn't know what you have done. You may have lifted 10 kgs of weights, 500 reps, lifting them. And you may have made a decision of whether you're going to cook chicken or beef for your family. But believe me when I say that the amount of energy that's going to be drained will be very much the same. Oh, let me let that sink in. I kid you not. Look it up. Anyways, yeah, we've tackled the first one, which is decision fatigue. And then the second one is restlessness. Oh, I suffer from this. Sorry, Facebook. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I just went poof a little bit. Hi. What is it? Why are you named my love? Afternoon, my love. You want me to say my love because your username is my love. Thank you, my love, for the taps. Thank you. Keep on tapping, keep on tapping. Yes, afternoon. Thank you. I am excellent. How are you? Okay, and then the second one is restlessness. Oh, I suffer so much from this one. Nginobufakazi. Restlessness is one of the major background labor which people living with anxiety suffer from, right? What is restlessness? Okay, let's read from here and then I'll unpack it. Okay, restlessness is when the body rests but the brain insists to use this time wisely, such that even rest itself becomes another form of labor, right? Sometimes you may be like, you know what, let me take a rest. Let me just take this time to replenish or rejuvenate my nervous system. And you're like, whew. And the fact that you're not doing anything, your nervous system goes, your brain goes, time wasted is never regained. At least do something that won't be extremely labor intensive. And maybe you may then go like, okay, let me just write a book a bit. Or let me plan on what my children will eat. At least I'm not on my feet. At least I'm standing. However, the fact that the brain is still working in the background, I told you that the nervous system cannot tell between physical labor and background labor, right? So the fact that you are still thinking, it means that you're not at rest, right? I suffer from restlessness, and I'm sure most people didn't even know that this was some sort of labor, right? So when you are resting, just rest. Silence, no thoughts whatsoever. Yeah, I have thoughts, but just let them pass, okay? But then there's this thing I'm talking about, the restlessness thing. It is when you are just sitting here, you are resting, but then you are planning about other things that you're supposed to do in line with your chores or your expectations, right? How am I going to do this? Or when I get up from here, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? How am I going to do this, right? You think you're resting because the body is at rest, but truly your nervous system is still processing stuff. It's still performing labor, okay? That is restlessness. And then another background labor is expectations and performance. Woo! Wow, this one is strictly overlooked because most of the time, and again, this is a motherhood session, right? It's a motherhood journey session. Most of the time, women are expected to do things, and then we always hide and say, it's nature, right? It comes naturally for a woman, right? And that's not far from, it's not, I don't even wanna, right? It's extremely far from the truth. In fact, it's just the falsest statement ever. I always say that genes, genetics, the DNA, right? It carries information, raw information that is just moving about, okay? So when we are bringing up our children at home, what we are doing is we are containing that information such that it comes out as a genetic expression, which means that your child knows how to walk. They have that information moving about in their DNA, but they don't know whether to walk on all fours or on their legs, on twos, right? They don't know that. They know the concept of walking. The how is what we are containing, shaping, and channeling, okay? So when we say that it's woman's nature to do that, it's false, because it's not their nature. It's indoctrination and conditioning, okay? As a woman, as a girl child, we are brought up, especially those who are brought up by boomers like myself, you are brought up told that you have to cook because you're a girl, right? And I'm like, is it my private pot that is cooking, or it's my hands? I mean, my brother also has 2 hands. My brother also has 10 fingers and 10 toes. My brother has the same 24 hours a day I have. So what do you mean that it's a girl who's supposed to cook, right? So it's not in a woman's nature. It's conditioning. We are conditioned and indoctrinated as women during our childhood stage to be performers, to perform to perform motherhood, perform labor, perform submission, and then I don't even want to go into this thing, but then just know that it's expectation and performance. It's another background labor. Let me read from here and then we'll expand, okay? So expectation, it's performing roles. Performing roles may lead to mental anticipation, okay? This constant predicting needs, predictions like, did I pack enough? Is this good enough? Will they enjoy this? Do they need this, right? Is this invisible forecast runs in the background like a second job, right? You're focusing, you are predicting, you are anticipating as to what is next. Am I doing it right? Will they enjoy it? Will their system be will, right? You are performing a role of a forecaster, right? And it's a background labor. It's not something that you can prove that, oh, I'm tired because of, right? There is no spreadsheet to show that, oh, I was forecasting. Look, here are the products. There is nothing. That's why we're calling it background labor or invisible labor, right? So yes, expectation and performance is one of those things. And then emotional buffering. Ooh, this one is deep, right? Mothers absorb tension They emit aura. They cast away negative energies to protect the home. And this labor is really acknowledged, yet deeply draining, okay? So I always say this, especially in my deconstructing videos. We normally talk about this, that your menstrual cycle as a woman has been taken away from you. The power of it has been taken away from you. What happens is when you are in your luteal phase, or the phase before the emitting of the blood, in that phase you are absorbing like salt. Anybody who knows salt, right? A woman, a body vessel that is carrying the divine feminine, before the blood comes out, they are absorbing everything. Negative energies are coming to them. Whatever it is, they absorb it like a sponge. They absorb it like a sponge to clean their environment, right? They absorb it, and it gets into them. They absorb it like salt. That's how it is. And then during the excretion of blood, right, that's when these negative energies they've been absorbing are then cleansed out. It's like an unconscious sacrifice, an unconscious blood sacrifice. Yeah, putting it bluntly, it's like it's a blood sacrifice that is not acknowledged, right? Women are sacrificing themselves. However, in this day and age, it's just overlooked, like, it's nature, you'll be fine, right? Yet it's literally a blood sacrifice. Women are literally purifying their womb space while purifying the environment they're in. Remember, I always say that the heart space, the mindset, which is your brain, your heart, and your gut, this system is called a mindset. And the combination of your mind, your heart, and your gut equals to your electromagnetic frequency, which is called your aura, whatever you are emitting. So whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling, and whatever your instincts are, combined brings out your aura, your electromagnetic frequency, which is produced by your mindset. And it goes for thousands and thousands of kilometers around you. It has that kind of diameter, or is it radius or diameter? I don't know, look it up. But it's wide, it spreads wide, right? Remember then, your sacral chakra, it's in the gut space, right? So it means that when you are cleansing your womb, you are also cleansing that diameter, your aura. So it means that if you are in this household and you are in your luteal phase, it means you're absorbing every negative energy in your aura. And when you're doing this blood emitting thing during your redness cycle, your menstrual cycle, the blood is coming out now, it means you are purifying these energies you've been absorbing. So emotional buffering then means just that. Let me read again. Mothers absorb tension. They emit aura. They cast away negative energies to protect the home. This labor is rarely acknowledged, yet deeply draining. So yes, it's called emotional buffering. That's another background labor carried out by mothers, okay? And then the last one is self-blame, right? Somebody may be like, how is that background labor? Listen to this. Because background labor is unseen and unacknowledged, mothers think that their exhaustion is due to weakness, right? This guilt becomes another layer of exhaustion. Guilt becomes labor. The fact that you're guilty, now you're thinking about your guilt. As I said, thinking is another mode of exertion on your nervous system. Anything that exerts your nervous system is labor. Just because you didn't produce anything as evidence, or you didn't think and money went poof, you didn't think and something went poof, there was no product out from your thinking, doesn't mean that it's not labor, right? That's why it's called background labor or invisible labor, because there is no materialistic object to acknowledge or validate it, okay? So yes. So now let's go to practical tools. Now we understand that, okay, I am fatigued because I am mothering. We can see that. So that's why I didn't include it in the background labor. So you are fatigued, you are tired because motherhood is tiring, right? And now you understand that, oh, it's not just motherhood that's tiring me. I'm also doing this background labor. So, okay, fine and well, I've had that. So how do I tackle that? Let's get to that, okay? So these are the practical tools. Number one, micro rest, okay? 5 minutes of lying down or sitting without thoughts. Underline, without thoughts. Because if you just sit or lie down but you're still thinking about your next moves, then you're not resting, you're just sitting or lying down, okay? So you can stretch or just do yoga in silence, right? So make sure that you're silent, you don't have to, you are not exerting your nervous system in any way. Because just like right now, I am speaking, yes, I'm sitting down, but the fact that I'm speaking already, my nervous system is running in the background, okay? You are thinking, it's running in the background. It can't tell the difference between physical labor and non-physical labor. So the fact that I'm talking, I'm burning carbs as much as I'll burn carbs while exercising, okay? So yes. Okay, for me, as I've said, and for me and some people, maybe you're not living with anxiety, maybe you're just, I don't know, an overthinker, I don't know, but if you just can't, hi, I'm condom, hi, Your Majesty, but if you just can't, where was I? Oh, yes, I wanted to say that if you can't sit still without thinking, then this one is not for you, really. You can try it, but it won't work because, we'll get to it. We'll get to the part whereby, you will ground yourself. If you are struggling with the other parts, then I'll give you the other ways. Another one is breath and pause, okay? So short intentional pauses during the day. Just make it a conscious decision that, okay, you know what, I'm taking a break right now. Whether you were about to bath a baby or you're about to cook, the fact that your 1 hour of standing or your 1 hour of doing something is over. Be conscious that, okay, now I'm taking a break. I'm pausing, right? To breathe, to consciously breathe, right? Breathing resets your nervous system. It reminds that I'm safe. Not subconsciously breathing, not the breathing that was programmed into our bodies. Like we say, we are breathing because we are alive. No. The conscious kind of breathing, taking breaths. Right, those intentional weird breaths, right? So they should be conscious, right, and planned. Okay, that resets the nervous system. Okay, that helps me. That does. Kufakazi nalapho ke the conscious breathing part. And then another way is to delegate. Delegate. Oh, I always say this, that we live in a world. Hi, I'm Kandam. Oh, thank you, Majesty. Flash. Thank you. Where was that? Delegation. We live in a world, a patriarchal world, a very capitalistic world that applauds isolation. Oh, you've moved away from the rural family. You're now not living with your mom. You're now not living with your Lucenvo as an extended family. You're now not living with them. Oh, it's just you and your husband and your kids. Oh, you've made it in life. Bravo. Capitalism, you've made it, right? That's the kind of system we live in. However, that system is good for the divine masculinity because it means that you are going to spend on less mouths, right? However, it's not good for the divine femininity because divine femininity thrives when there are more bodies, more entities around it for support. It thrives on support. So now we live in a world where you just cannot delegate, right? You have a whole fence, you're not talking to the neighbors, you don't have, right? Woo, that's beautiful, right? However, back in the day, my child was my neighbor's child, was the community's child, right? It had its negativities, I don't want to lie, yes. But then somehow it was good for the divine feminine, because a woman would then be able to rest and focus on her, as I spoke about, aura, what she's emitting. You would admit consciously that, okay, I'm on this phase of my cycle. Therefore, these are the things I should be manifesting for my home or for myself or for my generational whatever, right? But right now, you can just, if you're conscious enough about these things, it's just a clip that, okay, while I'm taking my my conscious rest, let me just manifest. Okay, I want my children to be successful. It's just a quick. Yeah, the divine feminine is really drowning, okay? So you can, we can really delegate, but then let's try to practice delegation, okay? Delegation here is letting someone else or something else deal with the burden, okay? You can let your partner, a family member, that's if they still live with you, and that's if you have a partner with you, okay, living with you, and you can have paid help, that's if you can afford, right? But the fact here is, hi kinetic energy. But the fact here is, just make sure that you don't take up everything, because you will then be jack of all trades and master of none, right? It's better to be jack of that trade and master it, and then move on to another trade and master it like that. But you can only do that if you are delegating the other trades, right? You cannot be jack of all trades and master of all. It's impossible, okay? So delegate. I know this part is a bit impossible, especially in today's day and age. You cannot be a mother at the same time be able to do other things, right? You have to fight for those kind of things, right? As I've said, it has to be either paid help or family members, which we don't live with in this day and age, okay? Or your partner. And in this day and age, remember, partners are rarely present, okay? So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just something you have to fight for. It's just be like, okay, for my sanity. Hi, Emberon. Long time. How are you? It's good having you here. Okay, so it's something you have to fight for my sanity. I will do this, right? By hook or crook, I will find a way, even if it means to the neighbors, right? Just fight for this, for your sanity, guys. Okay. But then if vele, there's no one in village, you're like, oh, I don't trust my neighbors or whatever, right? Village, you're truly alone. What you can do is, I've called it delegating to time, right? Giving your task to time. No. I'm good. I'm glad you're good too. Shame, kinetic energy, my Emberon. Okay, exactly. So what is delegating to time? The first way you can delegate your time is simplifying tasks, okay? Instead of cooking every day, maybe you can do what is called meal preps, okay? You cook once and you know, okay, this we're going to have this on Monday, you're going to have this on Tuesday, right? You are now heating up these things. So it helps, right? Delegating to time. It's called delegating to time. Letting time take the load, okay? That's the first way you can do it. Simplifying tasks. You can have other, cooking one dish instead of 3 dishes, right? Just tell yourself that, okay, you know what, today we're going to have cornflakes morning, midday, at night, a supper, right? I'm laughing because I know that sometimes that's just like, oh my God, right? But then sometimes for your sanity, right? It's all about fighting for your sanity, guys, right? If you feel like that's what will rescue you, then just do that, okay? So yes. And then another way is not folding laundry and just leaving it in the washing basket, right? And focus on the emergencies, okay? It's delegating to time. I was going to fold the laundry, but I'm not going to do it. Time, take care of that. I'm going to leave it in the washing basket, okay? Something like that. Hi, Honor. Hi, Your Majesty. Right, exactly. And then the last tool is setting boundaries. Oh, I have a whole video. I think it's week 5 or 6. I'm not sure, somewhere there. But if you're interested in understanding this whole motherhood journey program, just start from week 1, man, and just watch these whole the whole videos. It's saved on YouTube, and if you're interested, the link is in my bio. Just go watch. But there's a whole topic on boundaries, how to set boundaries, right? So yes, set boundaries by saying no to extra demands, right? But then somebody may say, how then can I draw the line between a what? A demand, a valid demand or an extra demand. Okay, I got you. Okay, so you classify like this. If I don't do this, will anyone die or suffer harm? If the answer is no, no one will die or suffer harm if I don't do this, right? Then it's an extra demand. As that sometimes if your kid has to go unbathed for the whole day just because today you are feeling then don't, right? If they're not gonna get unalived, then give yourself a breather, okay? Just focus on these on-demand tasks. That is feeding your baby. Make sure that your baby is fed. Make sure that your baby is safe. Make sure that you are sane. Right? Those are the 3 musts: fed baby, safe and sane mommy. Okay? If those 3 are met, then F everything else. Okay? Welcome back, my love. Hi, Mpebonam. Right? So maybe for some people, answering messages, right? You can be like, okay, this is a boundary. I'm not going to answer messages from this time to this time. For me, my family members know that from 5 p.m. to 6:30 I am not available, because I always call it my marathon time. They always make fun of it that, oh, say marathon, right? So from 5 p.m. to 6:30 they know that I'm unavailable. Even if you can call me 5 p.m. to 6:30, not unless it's an emergency, okay? That's my marathon time. This is the time whereby I'm cooking. I just come back from my work, right? Okay, I work at home. So, but it's when I'm just trying to understand. I am transitioning from being a working mom to being a full-time mom. Right, so this is the point whereby I'm cooking, I'm focusing on my children, like, oh, what did I miss, how was school, when will you do your homework, right? So that's the time, your 5 p.m. to 6:30, that's the time I am doing that. So have those kind of boundaries, right? And then also after 9 p.m. you don't call me after 9 p.m. and it's highly possible that I will not answer your WhatsApp text after 9 p.m. So these are just those minute boundaries that I have here and there for mommy's sanity, okay? So have those boundaries. But then if for you answering messages drains your energy for real, then cut out social media altogether if that's what you need. For me personally, social media is my anchor, guys. I need that social life for me to breathe, right? So it's an anchor for me somehow. But then if for you it's not an anchor, cancel it all together. Remember, we're different people. For one person it may be a right, but then for the next person, this one's right, maybe a wrong, and then this one's wrong, maybe this one's right. So we're different people. Whatever works for this one may not work for the next, and whatever works for the next may not work for this one. So just take whatever that you may do. In fact, also experiment with yourself. Oh, if I do this, I then feel exhausted, then it means that it's not for you. Cut it off or limit it. But then when I do this, it rejuvenates me. However, with most people, they report that it drains them. But then, unique fingerprints, that's why our fingerprints are not the same, because we are unique beings, right? So what works for you, works for you. Take it and run with it, my guy. Take it and run with it, right? We don't care about what society says. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, mom shouldn't do that. It rejuvenates me. Therefore, I will do it, okay? So yes. Selfishness. What they call selfishness in this capitalistic and patriarchal world, okay? So, doing work outside of your survival zone. Okay, that's another boundary. If you're doing work outside of your survival zone, cut it out. What is your survival zone? I have mentioned this. Is the baby fed? Is the baby safe? Is mommy sane, right? Anything outside of that is extra labor. It's outside of my survival zone. It means that I'm taking up extra labor. Therefore, no. Anything outside of mommy happy, baby fed, baby safe, I'm not going to do it, right? So you can do it if you feel like it, but if you feel overwhelmed, then just, no. It's extra labor you don't need, okay? So also overdoing out of guilt and expectation, right? We're told to perform, 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 perform. Oh, if you don't do this, they will leave you. If you cannot be with me at my lowest, then you're not meant to be with me. If you cannot be with me at my lowest, then you cannot be with me. And I cannot take on your labor just because I want you to be with me, right? But the woman in this day, woman in this day and age are told that, oh, if you don't serve him on a tray, then he will leave you. If you don't wash his underwear, then he will leave you. If you don't make the bed, then he will leave you, right? So we are constantly performing out of guilt, okay? So if, guys, I always say this, if you can't be with me at my lowest, then you're not meant to be with me. Just cut off those things. That's if you want, right? I'm not forcing anybody to do anything here. I'm just saying that these are, hey, careful, Gigi, please hold your order. He's falling. What is happening? See? Then you expect me to take extra labor. It's impossible. My heart hurts right now, and right? So yes. Don't overwork yourself or overdo just out of guilt or expectation, okay? And then let's go to anchors, right? Sometimes these practical tools may not work for you, right? Because maybe you live in a society, it is your belief that if you don't take on your partner's labor, then they will leave you, and you don't want that to happen to you, right? Then do these anchors, right? Do what you gotta do, but then no more indoor presentations. Which indoor presentations, my love? Right. So if those the ones that I've listed above do not work for you, just like I've said, just bring them up. Okay. Just like I've said, for me, micro rests don't work for me because I'm an overthinker. I live with anxiety, right? So if these don't work for you, then it's okay. Go and watch over there. Sorry.
He was too heavy to carry.
So if those don't work, use these grounding techniques, okay? The first one is name your feelings out loud. You know what? I am feeling exhausted. I am feeling tired. I may not know what exhausted me or what tired me out, but I do feel exhausted and I do feel tired. So name your feelings and validate them. Don't just shun them or suppress them. Be like, I'm tired. It means I'm weak. Don't put meaning onto your feelings. Just name them and validate them. I'm tired, and that's valid. Bam. Right? So name your feelings and validate them. This it removes the hold, the control your feelings have over you. You've named them. Right? What has been observed or seen or spotted is what has been conquered, right? It's true. Once you've named it and validated it, it loses grip over you, okay? So name your feelings out loud. And number 2, be in contact with somebody for sanity. But if being in contact with somebody makes you more insane, then don't. Take whatever works for you, okay? But then for me, I always make sure that I'm in contact with somebody so that I can be sane, right? It also helps the nervous system, because the nervous system cannot tell that, oh, is this person enjoying a dinner out, or is this person on vacation, or is this person just laughing because they're enjoying a good conversation, right? Your nervous system cannot. As long as you are laughing, it registers as, oh, they're happy, right? So your happiness can be even elevated to vacation type of happiness just because you've tapped into that space, okay? So yes, be in contact with somebody for sanity. Journal, vent to release pressure, right? Or even exercise. Journal, vent, exercise to release pressure. Either of these may work for you, or none of them may work for you. So find whatever works for you. For me, journaling doesn't work, but venting, ooh, that's why I have these live sessions. Mostly they're to heal me. than to help you guys heal, right? So I'm just tagging you along my healing. So for me, venting truly helps, right? I could exercise for thousands and thousands of hours, but if I don't let it out through my throat chakra, it won't work, right? I would rather vent first, then go exercise so that I can remove the excess energy on my body. Okay, so yes, just my battery is low. Just find what works. Find what works for you. Just give me a moment. My battery is low on my TikTok side. Hi Parker. Yeah. Hi, I'll say hi Parker. Oh. Okay, where was I? Rituals. Oh, I cannot emphasize this enough. I always say this. Rituals are the best grounding tool you can ever have, right? So have something that you're doing constantly to tell your nervous system that I'm here, I'm stable, I'm grounded, right? Whether you're having herbal teas, whether you always have salt baths once a week. Sorry, TikTok. There we go. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Psyche, for the follow. Welcome to my tribe, Your Majesty. Thanks for the follow. Right. So, who was rituals? This is whether you know saying to take a call. Bamboo. Where? But the fact that you see me, guys, right? Okay, right. Whether you do affirmations, you take herbal teas, you pray, you sit in silence, you do yoga, you sprinkle salt once a week, you have a salt bath once a week, you take yourself on vacations every month, whatever ritual you have. A ritual is something that you do consecutively. Yes, consecutive, to ground yourself, right? To ground your aura and to tell your nervous system that I am stable here, right? So have those rituals consistently. And if you want aura cleansings and herbal teas and all that, I also have somebody I can plug you with. Just WhatsApp the number on my screen, right? And also being dilulu. Ooh, I cannot emphasize this enough. Always be dilulu, right? Being dilulu is what most people call spirituality. Most people find it in religion. Most people find it in spiritual, social circles, whatever lets you be dilulu. But just tell yourself that you got this. Tell yourself that it will happen. Tell yourself that it's okay, right? It's what you call affirmation and prayer. It's just being dilulu in other people's languages, okay? So being dilulu helps you manifest what you say and believe, right? Somebody may believe that, you know what, whenever I need food, food appears, right? And then somebody else may laugh at that because they'll be like, where food appears, where, right? So I call it being dilulu. And somebody else may believe that, oh, I can pray for people and their illnesses may just vamos and they go away, right? And then somebody else may be like, oh, you mean magic? Magic doesn't exist, right? So what I'm saying is spirituality or being dilulu is this thing that you believe in, which most people may frown or laugh upon. But then never stop believing, never stop being dilulu. It's the only thing that will keep you sane in this lifetime. I kid you not. It's the only thing that will keep you sane in this life. So be dilulu. Being dilulu is the only solulu. Exactly. So yes. And those people who are living with anxiety, address your anxiety. Treat your anxiety like I hate giving it a title. I hate calling it your anxiety because it feels like you're now owning it as if it's something that should be part of you. No. That is so wrong. But then address the anxiety. You are living with anxiety. It's not yours. You are living with it. But we have the power to just cast it out, right? So address it, right? Because anxiety then comes with these weird, intrusive thoughts, right? Oh, hey, if you do this, maybe your baby may fall. Hey, watch out. Where are they? Right, for me, if it goes silent in my home, I'm like, oh my God, where are they? Are they okay? What if they've stabbed each other? Right, so we have those weird intrusive thoughts. So address it. You know what? They're just silent because maybe they're doing something. They're safe. It's okay, right? So address your anxiety. Don't pretend it's not there or that the intrusive thoughts are wrong. Just say, I hear you, but I'm feeding my baby right now, right? You may hear that, oh, the breast milk is not enough, or your breast milk is poisonous to the baby. That's why your baby is having colic, because your breast milk is poisonous, right? Just be like, you know what? I hear you. I validate the thought. Yeah. The thought is valid. Yeah, it's possible that my breast milk may be poisonous. It's possible that the breast milk is what is causing the baby's colic. However, I appreciate the thought, but I'm currently doing what I perceive as love. I am feeding my baby right now because it's my way of showing love. It's my way of nourishing the baby. If it's what's causing the colic, then I'm being delulu enough to say out. Right? Exactly. So yeah. Address your anxiety. And why am I calling it your anxiety? Address the anxiety. Then reframe anxiety as background noise, not the driver of your day, okay? For people living in anxiety, don't be like, oh, I'm just having this thought, or, oh, I'm feeling this feeling, therefore, right? No. Don't let it be a therefore kind of thing. Just be like, okay, I'm feeling this right now. It's happening. Maybe it will pass. Maybe it won't. But whatever it is happening, right? So validate it. Don't ignore it. Don't suppress it. Just validate it. Just know that it will pass. I feel like that's it for today. Yeah. That's it for today. That's it in line with managing stress and overwhelm. If you have any questions, WhatsApp the number on your screen and we will take it from there. But from me, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So let's summarize the hell out of this thing, shall we? Hi, Harmony Health and Wellness. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's summarize the hell out of this thing. Oh, yeah, boy. Let's go. So today we were on week 17 talking managing stress and overwhelm, and our session theme summary reads, this week focuses on emotional regulation and nervous system care. Motherhood brings beauty and burnout. Both are valid. Stress isn't weakness, it's a signal. Learn to pause, breathe, and create space for your restoration. So the chapter we are going to take from our book, Born to Change, is Transformation and Healing. 1.2, Feeling Without Fragmentation. It reads, emotions are messengers, not enemies. They rise to be witnessed, not suppressed. Fragmenting happens when we resist, shame, or over-identify with what we feel. Wholeness comes from allowing emotions without becoming them. Woo! Powerful. The gist of this whole thing is feeling without fragmenting is the art of emotional resilience. Ooh, fire! What is our quote for today? Our quote for today reads, you don't have to hold it all. You just have to hold yourself. Ooh! Fire. Loved it. Hi, Ellen D. Hi, Your beam is grey, Your Majesty. Please renew your grey. And I think this is like the third time I'm asking Your Majesty to renew her beam. Fana. But then, yeah, guys. That's it from me for today. Let me run to get water. That's it for me for today. If you're interested in having the book which I was reading from, just WhatsApp the number on your screen, and also it comes hand in hand with a diary whereby you just jot down your feelings. As I've said, sometimes some people journaling works for them, right? So this diary I was reading from, it prompts you to write down your feelings, to jot down your feelings, to vent and just mirror yourself, a sounding board of some sort. And if you don't feel like you know what to jot down on that day, don't worry. This diary has a list of emotions at the back and what these emotions may mean for you or to you, right? Because sometimes this motherhood journey is extremely heavy, such that you can't even feel what you're feeling. You don't know how to put it in words. So yeah, I've included the emotions at the back of this diary, so you can just check it out that, okay, this is the feeling I may be having, and then write it down. And then maybe whenever you feel like you have enough energy to tackle it, you can just go back to it and then revent or expand on it, right? So yeah, it's a very good diary for those whom journaling works for. But for those that journaling doesn't work for, it's also a good guide because it has quotes, it has summaries, it has all of those nice flowery things, right? It's truly a Vavavomi diary, right? I truly recommend it. So if you're interested, just WhatsApp the number on the screen. And also if you're interested in the book I was reading from, also WhatsApp the number. It's a very good book. It truly helped me, and I'm the author. It helped me deal with my traumas. Some of them are childhood traumas, some of them I've incurred them in my adulthood journey and moving up. So it will take you from your childhood journey until the end of your life, right? It doesn't matter where you are with your life. You are a mother, a child, you want to become a mother, you're thinking of this and that, you have a teenage child or a teenager yourself, it will take you through. It will take you through. So worry not, I've got you. There's a book. But then if you have any questions or you just want a circle also, yes, we have the circle, motherhood circle, every Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Whereby you just vent as mothers. It's just a group, but you don't even have to say anything. Just that the fact that you're there, just absorbing other mothers' auras and just listening and hearing. You don't have to say anything. So yeah, we have those sessions every day from 10 a.m. So if you're interested, it's just a mini community, nyana. It's a village, nyana, whereby you just hold each other and just we shared the load. We shared the load. Yeah. So if you're interested, also WhatsApp the number on your screen. But I think that's it from me. See you guys next time. On Monday, we are deconstructing. And on Friday, it's the motherhood journey. 1 p.m. South African Standard Time. Monday, Friday. Bye-bye, TikTok. Sorry, guys. When I'm TikTok and Facebook, you'll forgive me. Bye, TikTok. Wait! I can't switch it off. Bye, TikTok. Yes.